I was absolutely mind blown. It is absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, and delicious. Yeah, you did not hear me wrong. It was a melon's peel. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you all about my experience in a vegan chef restaurant right here in Israel, in Tel Aviv. The restaurant name is Opa. It is by the chef Shirel Berger, and it is the first time I've ever been in a chef restaurant, let alone a vegan chef restaurant. If you are in Israel and thinking about checking out this restaurant, then stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about the experience and my thoughts. So without any further ado, let's get started with the video. So, like I said, the name of the restaurant is Opa, O-P-A, and it is located in the heart of Tel Aviv, just a 7-minute walk from Rothschild Boulevard, which is a place where there are all kinds of restaurants. Me and my boyfriend really like going there and having like nights out when COVID is not going on and restaurants are open. So the restaurant itself is beautiful. I loved its design. So we booked this in advance. It was 350 shekels per person for a 12-course meal, and this price does not include also drinks. So I had a limoncello that they made themselves. It was another 50 shekels. So without the service, the total amount for this experience was 750 shekels. So let me just tell you a little bit about the restaurant. What it says on their website is that at Opa, we wish to create a new innovative cuisine emphasizing the beauty and splendor of the plant kingdom. We understand and appreciate the importance of using local seasonal ingredients and the wonderful outcome they create. We care deeply for our imprint on the planet and for creating a sustainable system. So I thought it is really beautiful that they wrote it there, and they also told us that they are a farm-to-table restaurant, which means that they source all the ingredients locally. The restaurant is 100% vegan, and all the food is made from fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. I was really excited about visiting this restaurant. I've heard about it a long time ago, and I thought we needed a special occasion to celebrate. So me and my boyfriend went there to celebrate our 8 years of being together. So it was a really special occasion, and it was the perfect experience. I couldn't ask for more. Now let me walk you through all the dishes we had, and at the end I'm going to tell you what I think of the overall experience. So let's get started. First of all, let me just have a side note that I would probably not say all the ingredients and spices that they had in these dishes, because it was a lot to remember, and I definitely wanted to be in the moment and not write down all the ingredients and stuff. So I'm just going to tell you the overall ingredients that I remember and what I thought about the dish. Dish number 1 was dehydrated carrots that were cooked in a broth made from the carrot leaves, as well as some other spices and herbs. To go with that, we had a bread that was made from fermented corn flour that they make themselves, as well as butter that, if I'm not mistaken, was made from almonds, and it also had some sage and habanero pepper. This dish was insanely delicious. The bread was super soft, and with the butter and carrots, it was the perfect amount of spicy and sweet, and all the flavors combined just created the perfect bite. I was absolutely mind blown at how amazing and flavorful this combination can be, and what you can do with carrots. How can you make them this tasty? I mean, I love carrots, but I never thought I will ever taste this kind of flavor and combination in my life. So it was just mind-blowing to have this first dish. Now onto the second dish. The second dish was magnolia pea soup. I'm not sure if magnolia peas are the same as snap peas, so you can check that out, but what they told us is that the soup is made from magnolia peas, and it was amazing. It was a cold soup. It was the perfect amount of sweet and salty and creamy, and overall just a really special dish. Now the third dish was one of my favorites. We had kind of little tortillas that were made, again, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure it was made from hazelnut flour, but I also think it had almond flour. And in these little tortillas, we were supposed to put the filling that was inside that big bowl they served us. So what it was is a cream that is made from smoked almonds, as well as some clementine and some other spices. So they topped it off with some dill, parsley, and watercress that is from their rooftop garden, which I thought was just beautiful and I loved it. All the flavors together just created an amazing combination, and I keep doing this because this is what was going on inside my mind when I was there. I was completely shocked at how combining all this different ingredients that I would never think of combining, and how amazing they actually taste together, and it really made me want to explore with food more myself. Then for dish number 4, we had my boyfriend's favorite dish. It was kind of like, it looked like a ceviche, but obviously it was vegan, and it was made from, wait for it, watermelon. What? Yes, it was made from watermelon. It was dehydrated watermelon in some sauce that, again, I do not remember what it was made of, and it was served with focaccia beside it. The focaccia was made from 70% hazelnut flour and 30% sourdough. It was like the best focaccia I've ever had in my life, and with the watermelon ceviche, let's call it, it was so flavorful, and I mean, my mouth is watering just thinking about this dish. Now for the 5th dish, we had a slice of hazelnut bread and something that was made from grapefruit, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like a very rich and creamy risotto. It was with some black pepper, and the flavors all were, again, perfectly combined. It was an amazing dish, but a little too bitter for my taste buds. I don't know if just like I have a child's taste buds and I don't really like bitter food, but nonetheless it was absolutely delicious. Then for dish number 6, we had a palate cleanser. It was a citrus sorbet with some coriander seeds. Now I know you're like, what? Why would you put the two together? But it really was interesting. I really liked the combination of the two, and I felt like it was the perfect palate cleanser. Now the 7th dish was also amazing, but I need to stop saying that because you won't believe me. So let's just say that if I'm not saying anything else, then the dish was amazing. The dish was some cabbage on top of, I think it was a cream made from smoked almonds with some garlic, and the sauce around it was made from kombucha. The 8th dish was called schnitzel tiras, which in English will translate to a corn schnitzel. Now it is nothing like schnitzel, but in Israel we have this thing called schnitzel tiras. Basically every kid in Israel ate it at some point of his life for lunch. It's just a combination of some flour and some corn, and it is kind of fried. So this is what it is, so you have a reference for why this dish is called that way. And what it was is some corn, and also again fermented corn flour that was fried with a sauce that was like kind of sweet and sour, and it for sure had chipotle, but I'm not sure what else it had. My boyfriend liked it a little less since it was a little too oily for him, but I found it extremely delicious. Now to dish number 9. This dish confused me so much. I was like shocked and couldn't like say anything for, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes. This dish was made from king oyster mushroom in a blueberry sauce. The mushroom itself was like kind of smoked, roasted, and the texture was scarily meaty-like. That is why I was so extremely shocked. As a 7 years vegan, I was kind of scared, but I knew the restaurant is 100% vegan, so I had nothing to worry about. The textures and flavors were just on point, and it is in my top 3 favorite dishes from this experience, if not number 1. Now we have 3 dishes left to explain. So dish number 10, let me just tell you that after finding out what it was made of and eating it, I looked at the world differently. It was a melon's peel. Yeah, you did not hear me wrong. It was a melon's peel, and it was extremely delicious. So it was a melon peel in some caramel sauce, and it was kind of warm with a side of almond ice cream, I think almond butter ice cream. Taking the hot melon peel with the cold almond ice cream created the perfect bite. It was just the right amount of sweet and gave you a fresh taste from the ice cream. I loved the creativity of this dish, and I loved that basically it is a zero waste dish. You use the melon and you also use the melon's peel, and it is so good. So this is where my brain has stopped working. So about this dish I won't tell you much. I will just tell you that it was another dessert. The cream itself was like a banana, vanilla, and some caramel mix with some granola bites on top. All the flavors were so strong and it was very rich and decadent. And to finish things off, we had a jandoya ganache with strawberries on top with the side of coffee ice cream. It was a perfect way to end this meal. It was super delicious. Again, very rich and decadent. It was made perfectly. So overall, I think the experience was definitely worth the money. For us, it was a special occasion. Like I told you, we celebrated 8 years of being together, and we came out very, very full from this meal. We were first scared that, you know, you get these tiny dishes and you won't be full at the end, but first of all, they're not tiny at all. Once we finished, I was telling my partner that it was the perfect amount. I would not want to eat any less of these dishes, but I would not want to eat any more of them as well. Every dish was, like I said, the perfect size. The waiter, Ido, was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun talking to him. And in the end, he also gave us a shot of an orange liqueur that they also make themselves. We also talked to Shirel, the chef, at the end of the meal and thanked her and told her how fun we had, and she was super nice. So if you're in Israel and considering visiting this restaurant, I highly recommend this experience. It is absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, and delicious. So if you're visiting Israel and you are in Tel Aviv, then make sure to check it out and book in advance. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to see any other vegan restaurant reviews, some vegan recipes, what I eat in a day, vlogs, and so much more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And that's all for today. I will see you next Monday. Bye bye.